with regards to Delphi, there are some absolutely ridiculous things flying around the internet. I think we've moved on from Barry Morphew being bridge guy, but UAP research, when they've got people being attributed with such unnatural dialogue as "she sells horse shit" and several other phrases that they say they're getting off this tape. Sorry guys, but you've lost it. You need to show yourselves and who you are, because you keep saying that you're professionals, that you do this for law enforcement, and you're coming up with this bullshit. So there's only so much that can be found on that recording, so many pixels and so many sound bites. Do I believe that there's two people? No, I don't. Do I believe that it's Ron Logan or anyone really closely connected to the town? No, I don't. Do I think it's a serial killer? Yeah, I do. I do think it's a serial killer. I think he had a knife. And if he's not still committing crimes, then he's dead, he's in jail, or perhaps he's scared because there is so much noise around this case now, and because of Brave Libby's recording, he's gone to ground. How might he be able to go to ground and still, you know, control the itch? Well, Curtis Smitely, John Kelly profiler put me onto Curtis Smitely. He has done some very compelling work showing a camera on Bridge Guy's hat. He can show you the make and model and it fits perfectly. And when he does his work with the image, it's not just pulling shit out of nowhere or adding colour, shape and context out of his own mind. It's very well done. I urge you to go and look at it. So it's Curtis Smitely, or you'll find a link on John Kelly Profilers. So do I think it's a conspiracy and that law enforcement are involved, and it's got something to do with Tobe Lazenby and drugs and Libby's father? Fuck no, okay? Just no. That's not the case. And, you know, I've thought, wow, you know, it kind of looks like Tobe, doesn't it? But no, if it were the sheriff, if there were a big conspiracy, there's enough people all over this to uncover that, because it would give you it would be a career-making story, let's say, if you're a journalist. And it's just not, it's just not plausible. So, yes, it could be someone that knows the area because he's worked with the meat processing plant or in construction around that area. But I think it's likely that he's a traveller and that he just scopes out various spaces for future use. And that's where he was on that day, and he lucked in and school was out and Abby and Libby were there. I think that's really what the shack reference by, was it the chief, is all about. You know, it's about a serial killer. So I can't remember what I've said now because I had to pause. But yeah, I think it's an older guy. I think he's working alone, even though I've sometimes thought there might be a couple of people. And not because of the sketches and because of the confusing nature of the information coming from the police, but because of the handling of the scene, the swiftness. You know, I just hope that he didn't get what he really wanted, if it was more than the heinous crime of murder. Because time-wise, he didn't have a lot. And yeah, I hope it was quick. But I hope he's either already in prison or he's dead. And he has to be caught, and I think it's going to be by law enforcement through police work, through DNA. I'm not sure that people are going to recognise him. But the interesting thing with regards to Curtis Smitely's work with recognizing or identifying a hunting camera on this guy's hat is that there might be footage of other crimes. They might be able to solve other crimes if they can find this guy where he used to live, who he is in his lair, so to speak, and find more data. Do I think it could be related to Evansdale? Yeah, I do. I've queried, well, meth seems to be the common denominator there too, but yeah, just upon reflection of all the things that I've seen about this case, I don't think it's to do with drugs, I don't think it's to do with townsfolk, I don't think it's to do with revenge, vengeance, corruption. I think it's a serial killer. I think it's an individual motherfucker who is, you know, maybe at the end of his long reign of holy terror, because you know, he may well be locked up. There's various people that think it's various people who are in prison. You know, you've got people that are saying it's, you know, someone from a band called Dozer. You've got someone saying that it's Gabe Ellis. You've got Mr Katt with Thomas J. Bruce and the theory that, you know, he is Bridge Guy and he's in prison. He wore similar clothes to the Bridge Guy when he committed the Catholic school supply crime. You know, there's people that say it was Ron Logan. I mean, that is despicable to say that. Ron Logan got a really long prison sentence and he shouldn't have at his age, I don't believe. The guy just owns the land there and he's not the Bridge Guy. I think Bridge Guy, yeah, he's in his 40s, possibly early 50s. He's seasoned at what he does, and after seeing Curtis Smiley's excellent videos, now he's only got 4 on his channel, but the last one I watched has his work with the image, and it's brilliant. You know, you've got UAP research. You really need to show who they are, because they keep saying that they do this for a living for law enforcement, analysing data, but they're coming up with dialogue for Bridge Guys such as she sells horse shit and things like this. They've made up this whole conversation. I think these guys are sick in the head. All they did at first was the work with pixels. It's very bizarre. Is it Sander? I'm not sure who it is. I don't want to say the wrong person when I say this, but there's been the person, it may even be UAP, that has absolutely gone after Ron Logan. What do I think is good about UAP? Well, it's very interesting what they're doing with the vehicles at the moment. Anyway, I don't think it's drugs, I don't think it's corruption, I don't think it's even 2 people. I think it's a serial killer who committed the murders of Abby and Libby in Delphi 4 years ago nearly. Coming up this February, it'll be 4 years. This case needs to be solved, just saying.